Ayam rupaha kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavani Ashatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome once again. In this course, learning Upadeshamrita Shlokas, we are going to only memorize the verses, their word meanings and the translation, and will not have any explanation on the verses. After this course is completed, then we'll start another course where we'll try to understand the verses in depth, hmm, from different commentaries. So the purpose of this course is to familiarize ourselves with the Sanskrit text, to memorize it. In the Vedic scriptures, it is mentioned that if you want to study something nicely, first of all, you should have it in your memory. In Sanskrit, that is called Varanam. Varanam means to hold. Because until unless you hold something in your memory, you can't contemplate over it very nicely. Mm. So that was the Vedic tradition of learning any subject matter. Upadesh Amrit is a very essential book, and therefore we want to start with this. It has only 11 verses. It's not very big, it's quite small. So in 11 weeks, we'll try to memorize these 11 verses. All of us should try to do that. That by the end of this course, all the 11 verses of Upadeshamrit are in your memory. Every day in the WhatsApp group, in order to inspire you to study this book very nicely, we'll be sending you some inspirational quotes related to Sri Upadeshamrit or the author of Sri Upadeshamrit, so that uh, in your mind you become very much aware of the importance of this book. Once we know the importance of something, we want to do that thing very nicely. So Upadeshamrit, a uh, very important book. We can say a lot about it. It is basically a summary of the teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami. Just like Lord Chaitanya has summarized his entire teachings in 8 verses, which are called Shikshashtakam. Similarly, Rupa Goswami has kind of summarized the teachings from very low level to the highest level in this book called Sri Upadeshamrita. So that's my request, that you please try to memorize, just like we have in our website and YouTube channel, the playlist of some very important verses of Bhagavad Gita to help you to memorize those verses. So this particular series of classes are also going to be in similar fashion. Therefore, the classes are going to be very short, only 15 to 20 minutes. If you don't have this book, don't worry. We'll be sharing the PDFs with you in the WhatsApp group, and also I'll share the link of the book which is available on internet. You can always go to that website and read from that website. Fine. Okay. So I hope all of you are clear with the purpose of this course. Um, Sharing the slide with you. Can you see the screen? Yes. So while we do the practice, maybe not all of you will get a chance, because there are many who are in the session, 65 of you. Now, if you all want to recite the verse, then this session will go for almost like 2 hours, right? So therefore, if you don't get a chance today, don't become disappointed. You may get a chance in the next class. So main thing is you memorize later in the whole week. That's more important. And after every session we do, we'll be having a recitation of all the verses we have learned through that session. So in that way, there will be a lot of practice. So verse 1 of Sri Upadesh Amrita. Vacho vegam mansaha krodha vegam jiva vegam udaropastha vegam etan vegan yo vishaheta dhira sarvam abhimang prithving sa sishyat. The translation goes like this: a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Hmm? So, this verse, to understand the meter of the verse, we have to, look at the number of syllables each pada in the verse has. This is a technical information. So every verse has four padas. Pada means a quarter, 1/4. So just like you see four lines here on the screen. So these are the four padas. Hmm? So each pada has a certain number of syllables. That decides which meter is there for this verse. Okay? Hmm? You understand? So we have the first pada on screen. Vacho vegam manasaha krodha vegam. Now, if you have attended my videos on YouTube on understanding the chanda or meter of a verse, you will find it easy to understand. So we break down this pada into syllables. You can take your time to look at them and understand. Fine. I have separated the syllables with, you can say, vertical bars. So the first syllable is va, the second syllable is cho, the third syllable is ve, the fourth syllable is gang. Right? Easy to understand? Hmm? So like that, these are the syllables in the first pada. So how many syllables total? You can count them. How many?
11.
11. Very good. So 11 syllables are there, huh? Fine. Okay. So this particular meter is called Trishtubh Chanda. It's called Trishtubh Chanda. Hmm? In Sanskrit, Trishtubh. Like that, there are many chandas. So a verse having 11 syllables and in a particular pattern. We are not going to go into that detail here because even if there is 11 syllable and it is called Trishtubh Chanda, it may also have some varieties. It is possible. Okay, and if there is a variety, then it is given a different name. But we'll not go into that detail here. So far, you can only remember that it has 11 syllables and therefore it is called Trishtubh Chanda. Okay. Hmm? So if a verse is in this chanda, then it has to be chanted in a particular manner. It cannot be chanted like a verse which is in Anushtup chanda, which has 8 syllables in a pada. It has to be chanted in a particular manner. Okay. Hmm? So I hope that is clear. So we chant this. Now we'll follow the practice which we have done in Bhagavad Gita recitation also. We chant each line 3 times. I chant and after me you chant. Of course, you stay on mute because if you all start chanting at the same time, then there'll be more noise, less chanting. So let's follow this pattern that you stay on mute and I chant and you follow after that. Okay. So, Vacho Vegang Manasah Krodha Vegang. You repeat after me. Vacho Vegang Manasah Krodha Vegang. Vacho Vegang Manasah Krodha Vegang. Jiva Vegam Udaropastha Vegam. Jiva Vegam Udaropastha Vegam. जिह्वा वेगं मुदरोपस्थ वेगम् एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वाम् अपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात् सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात् सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. Now, those of you are very confident that yes, you know this verse, you close your eyes. Hmm? And those of you are not confident, you keep your eyes open and look at the screen. So we'll chant the first two lines together. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jivva vegam udaropastha vegam. Please repeat. Once again. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jivva vegam udaropastha vegam. Once again. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jivva vegam udaropastha vegam. Now we together chant. You don't chant after me, we chant together the same two lines two times. Let's start. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jiva vegam udaropastha vegam. Once again. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jiva vegam udaropastha vegam. Okay, very nice. Now we go to the next two lines. एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. Once again, एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वान् अपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. So now we chant together. You with me. Etan vegan yo vishahet dhiraha sarvang api mang prithiving sashishyat. Once again. Etan vegan yo vishahet dhiraha sarvam api mang prithiving sashishyat. So now the whole verse we will try to chant at once. Once let me chant and then you follow after me and then once we chant together. So if you follow this practice, of course, you have to be very alert and attentive. If you follow this practice and you have little sharp memory, then you can memorize the verse in this much time. But if you can't, there's no need to be disappointed. You can still follow the practice, daily, take out 5 minutes, and then you can memorize the verse easily. So we do the whole verse. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jivva vegam udaropastha vegam etan vegan yo vishaheta dhiraha sarvang api mang prithiving sashishyat. So it's your turn now. Please chant the whole verse. Now let us chant this verse, not in a stressful mood, with so much of anxiety and nervousness and panic state that, oh, I have to memorize it. In a very happy state, feeling very grateful to Srila Rupa Goswami for giving us such wonderful teachings in the form of Shri Upadesh Amrit, and chanting this verse more in the form of a prayer, that whatever is there in this verse, I can apply in my life. And in this way, please my spiritual master, please Srila Rupa Goswami, and please the Supreme Lord. So instead of looking at this verse as a piece of information to be memorized, let us try to look at it as something which is a gift from Srila Rupa Goswami to you, and you are accepting this gift from Srila Rupa Goswami, and you are going to apply this in your life, in order to please Srila Rupa Goswami. Right? So we are going to now sing this verse in a very happy state of mind for the pleasure of Rupa Goswami. Okay, so let's close our eyes if you have already memorized. If not, you can still keep your eyes open, look at the verse, and we'll chant it with a happy heart. वाचो वेगं मनसः क्रोधवेगं जिह्वा वेगं मुदरोपस्थवेगम् एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वाम् अपि मां पृथिवीं च शिष्यात्. Okay, so let's look at the meaning of each word. That will help us to understand this verse better. Vachaha. The first word is vachaha. So vachaha means of speech. Okay, vachaha means speech. Vegam, vegam means urge. Hmm, urge. So this word vegam is coming again and again. All places the meaning remains the same. The next word is manasaha. So someone would like to tell the meaning of this word manasaha. You can raise your hand if you want to try the meaning. Yes, Abhiraj, what's the meaning of this word?
Uh, like mind.
Very good. So of the mind, of the mind. So manasaha. Then the next word is krodha. This is very easy because we all have a lot of experience of it. So what is the meaning of this word krodha? Someone wants to try?
Anger.
Anger, yes. And then last is vegam. So vegam means urge. So that's the first line. The urge of speech, the urge of mind, and the urge of anger. Okay, easy and clear. The next, jiva. So jiva, what does jiva means? You have to kindly raise your hand before you speak. What is jiva, Krishna Kirtan? Jiva means
Tongue. Urge of tongue.
tongue. Tongue, very good. So jiva means tongue. Urge is not jiva. Urge is vegam. Vegam means urge, right? Then what is udara? Udara means what? Sanjukta Mataji, you remember what does udara mean? You have to unmute yourself, Sanjukta Mataji. Unmute yourself, please. Can't. Shama Garanga, Shama Garangi, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. It was the old Salome Nam
Yes, Salami,
Shamagarang.
yeah, yes, from South Africa. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So Udaro means the belly,
Yes, Udara means the belly, and Upastha means the
the
genitals.
genitals.
Yes, Vegam. So Vegam is urge. So the next line is the urge of the tongue, the belly, and the genitals. So six urges, first line, second line, six urges are covered, right? You remember those six urges of the speech, of the mind, of anger, of tongue, of belly, and of genitals. Fine. The next is etan. So what does etan means? This may be a little difficult, but yes, you can try. Anyone knows what does etan means? Etan. Niyati Mataji, you remember what does etan mean?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I think it means all these.
Yeah, very good. So all these, etan means all these. Vegan means urges, right? Vegam is singular, vegan is plural. So urges. Yo is basically yaha. So what does yaha means? Simple Sanskrit, what does yaha mean? If anyone can think of that or guess that? Vaiji Mataji, do you know what is yaha?
Whoever.
Whoever or he, so he or whoever, yaha. Vishaheta. Vishaheta means can tolerate. Who can tolerate what? All these urges. What has been spoken about, all these urges. Then such a person is called Dhiraha. Such a person is called a Dhiraha.
Sober person.
Yeah, Dhira means sober. Very good. So easy, very easy. If you study in this way, the meaning of the verse, very easy, huh? So that is the quality of a dhira or sober person. He can tolerate all these urges. And then sarvam. Let's look at these meanings. So what does sarvam means? Sarvam, Krishna Kirtan,
All.
all, or yes, very good. Then api means api is a very commonly coming Sanskrit word in many verses. So what does api mean?
Pakka. Certain.
Certainly. Imang means this. Prithving means what? Balakrishna Prabhu.
World. Sorry.
World. Okay, world. Sa, so sa means
That personality.
that person. Saha, Shishya, that person can make disciples all over the world. Okay? Yes? Now, I don't want you to cheat by looking at the book. So, if you have understood the meaning of this verse, will anyone try without looking at the book? What does this verse mean? You have to give me the English translation. Make up the translation based on what we just read through the individual word meanings. So you can't look at the book, because if you can look at the book, I can also look at the book. You have to tell from your memory, the translation of this verse. Anjali Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Like it is said that a person who can control all these urges is the one who can make disciples all over the world.
Very good. So it is as simple as that. You just have to add two things to it. All these urges, so you can add the names of the urges, the 6 urges, and that person is a sober person, a dhira. Simple. So that's the translation of this verse, right? So are you going to remember this throughout your life now? Yes, it's very easy. You can remember. So anyone who can tolerate these 6 urges, such a person is called dhira, and he can make disciples all over the world. So let's chant it once again. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam jivva vegam mudaro pastha vegam etan vegan yo vishaheta dhiraha sarvam ipimang prithiving sashishyat. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. The topic of this verse is, it is talking about the importance of sense control and mind control. In bhakti or on any path of yoga, beginning is one has to control one's mind and senses. It's very important, right? Otherwise, there is no spirituality, there is no yoga, there is no bhakti without controlling the mind and the senses. It's very, very essential. That's how spiritual life begins. One has to discipline the mind and the senses. So therefore, there are do's, there are don'ts, and we have to try our best to follow those do's and don'ts on the path of bhakti. Right? So that's this verse talking about, emphasizing on these things and how to do that, all that.
Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna. Thank you
Pranam.
very
Hare
much,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Dandavat.
Teacher.
Thank you
Krishna.
very much.
Hare
Thank
Krishna. Thank you, teacher.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.